Mrparka here for the DVD Fiends review. The movie I will be reviewing is not The Burning, so don't be fooled by the case. It will be the great documentary Scream Greats, Tom Savini documentary made, I believe, in the 80s, late 80s, or maybe early 90s. I'd guess late 80s, early 90s. But anyways, this is the German import of The Burning. It is 2 discs, and the second disc contains the documentary Scream Greats with Tom Savini. It is an excellent documentary, may I add. I was actually really happy to get that. That's why I ordered that. The Burning only comes in German, but I got it for the documentary. But basically, it runs down through a lot of Savini special effects, has a lot of interviews with him. You get to see a lot of personal side of Savini. It opens up with an awesome line, and it ends with an awesome line. Little pondering thoughts, which are really cool. You get to kind of meet Tom Savini as in who inspired him, why he does what he does, why he loves what he does. There's interviews with a lot of cool people on there. Tasso, Greg Nicotero, fellow special effects makeup guys, even George Romero, and George Romero's awesome too. It kind of has that sad feel too. If you guys ever watch the documentary, A Document of the Dead, it has that kind of like sad feel, like you're all pumped and happy, great things to come, and you know their best things were already done. And it's really sad because when Romero says that in that documentary, he's like, they're still stupid about the zombies and Dawn of the Dead. It's just like, oh, no, oh man, it's just so depressing. And it feels like that way too. George Romero in this documentary says something along the lines of, what's he say? I can't imagine without making a movie without Tom on the set. And it's just like, seriously, the separation of Tom Savini, George Romero, sad stuff. But in their movies, they really don't. He doesn't really do the special effects anymore, but probably doesn't make enough money anymore. But anyways, it's a great little film. Documentary. It runs 50 minutes. I was happy throughout the whole thing. Never bored. Loved every second of it. B. Carlton actually mentioned this, and it was pretty cool. And I knew about it before. I just didn't want to track it down because I was lazy. And then I decided it's worth it for me, so I got it, and I was happy with it. It talks about Savini and Nam, which I knew about, taking pictures and everything. And it also talked to him as a little kid, and how when he was a little kid, and how he loved Lon Chaney Sr., and that's who inspired him, basically. Shows clips from his Tales from the Dark Side directed episode, Night Riders, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Martin, with interviews in between with all the people who know him best, his wife, how they say he's a practical joker. Like I said, this basically introduces you to Tom Savini, lets you know who Tom Savini is as a person, as a special effects artist, as an actor, as a stuntman. It's a lot of fun. They use music from the movies and everything. And Savini's honest. He shares a lot of his secrets. He's not a guy that shares all his secrets to himself and hogs them all. That's really cool of him and stuff like that. And it also mentions how he keeps portfolios on special effects kids that send him stuff, which is also cool. I really like the movie. I would recommend getting it if you can. There's never been an American release of it on DVD, so maybe hunt down a VHS. I don't know if that's going to be easy to come by. The picture quality on this DVD looks similar to a VHS. It doesn't look much better. Maybe they lightened it up a bit, but that's all they did. There's also a cool, amusing anecdote on there about how intestines in Day of the Dead had went rotten, which I'd heard before. I think they mentioned on the Day of the Dead documentary how they had went rotten, and they show for a second Joe Pilato's face when they tear out his guts. He's like, when they say cut, he's like, because the smell's so bad, they're rotten intestines, because someone turned the fridge off over break. Just great stuff like that, and I really loved the interviews with George Romero because that's when George Romero was awesome. He still is awesome, but he was even more awesome back then, you know, making the best. But this is before the Night of the Living Dead remake, so. But also they mention a lot of stuff like how he hated roaches. It's really cool. I can't go into all the details. Of course, Friday the 13th mentioned, splatter, all this stuff. Cool documentary. You should see it if you're a Savini fan. You should see it if you're a horror fan. You should see it if you're a Romero fan. You should just see it. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
Sometimes I feel like an assassin. People call me. I load up my car with all my goodies and my little toolbox and things, and I go some strange state and I kill people. I am a hired killer. People hire me to design and carry out gruesome deaths. Whether the murder weapon is a machete or a pair of hands, a screwdriver, a spear, a helicopter, or simply that old standard shotgun.